So our first question with the FAQs, what's the client journey look like from initial contact to full-fledged member? Intro consult, intro class, fundamentals, follow-up, etc. So this is really, really commonly defined with a funnel. So we do this a lot. So let's look at this, what this thing looks like. Sometimes people talk about a funnel. I sort of borrow from Duct Tape Marketing. Sarah Jantz and John Jantz have contributed some things to the think tank and to 321 Go. So I opt for the hourglass. I think it's good for our business. So what does this thing look like? And top of the funnel, how do people find out about us? This can happen a lot of different ways. This could be signage. This could be somebody finds you an email newsletter or sees something that you post on Facebook. This can be, Janet in accounting saying something to her friend at the water cooler. So this is just like a find out about you. So we'll call this awareness. Okay, that's sort of top of funnel thing. It's important to note that sort of at this point in this client journey is when somebody gives you any money, right? So this is the point where money exchanges hands. So we need to point out that at the top of this thing, there's a misconception that, oh, if I have great signage or I have these, cool banners out in front of my gym, that people become aware of me and give me money. This never happens. It really doesn't happen in very many businesses, especially one like ours, where we're basically asking people to change every aspect of their life. So we need to get this out of our heads that just knowing about us somehow gets somebody to become a member and give us money. That's just not the case. So our next line here is going to be interest. So in this interest phase of the funnel, so to speak, what happens is that two dots are connected. So I see your signage and Janet from accounting has something good to say about you. We've connected that dot. And then the third point of contact that means somebody has moved down here is that they interact with you somehow. They give you their email address for some kind of free download, or they come to an event that you do, or they see you at a 5K or something like that. So now we have connected these dots. So between awareness and interest. How long does it take for somebody to move through from this stage to this stage? Honestly, this can be anywhere from 6 months at the shortest amount of time to 2, 3, 4 years that people drive by and see you every day. And they just need a little bit of social proof from Janet in accounting to move on to that interest phase. Next phase, we're looking at engagement. So engagement means that somebody breaks a sweat in your gym. Cool. That could be like a free Saturday workout. That could be somebody coming in and sitting across from you to do this introductory consult, wherever the case may be. Somebody actually takes action that is not online or not passive. So this interest phase is very passive engagement. As they move on to the engagement phase, they actually have to get in their car and go somewhere. Ideally, this is stepping foot in your gym. So that's engagement. This is a little bit shorter path right there. Interest to engagement. That could be 6 weeks, that could be a couple weeks, that could be a few days. Maybe somebody comes to an event on a Saturday and comes in for a consult on a Monday. So a lot shorter phase right here. So at the point that somebody becomes a customer, right here, so that's like the point of sale. That means that throughout this process, I hand over money to you, and that occurs at this point. Some critical things that we want to do right here are we want to make sure that we have a solid onboarding process. I like to think about having touch points, 5, 6 touch points within that first month of them becoming a customer. You need to have emails going out to them regularly. You need to have them engaged in a private Facebook group. You need to kind of that's the time where we want to give the client as many wins and victories as possible at that point right there. Now, it's the hourglass. That's why this becomes really important. This is just the beginning of that journey. Now we go into retention and referral. So again, you want to have that solid like 30-day follow-up plan in place. Ideally, it's longer than that, 60, 90 days, but you'll refine it as you go along. This is a critical juncture between somebody sticking around, and this is kind of like, is this a New Year's resolution that I stop after 6 weeks, or am I going to be around here for several years? That's kind of what we want to know right here. So follow-up is crucial. And then ongoing retention, data that I've found in my gym is that when somebody comes to group classes only, they're around for about 18 months. If they come to group classes and do a nutrition challenge, or they do group classes and pay for nutrition services, group classes and do a specialty course. Anytime somebody takes advantage of more services that they pay for, the longer they stick around. So the thing for you to remember as gym owners is, where do I have brand loyalty? What is the supplement that you like, the shoe that you like, the pants that you work out in, the hoodie that you like, whatever the case may be. You have brand loyalty because you spend more money with that brand. So they have a quality product, and you continually come back to them for more quality products that they create. So maybe there's somebody that like Lululemon, for example, they make great pants, they make great hoodies, right? And so the more you take advantage of more of their services, the more brand loyalty you create, and the happier the customer is. So it's important to remember, most gym owners don't grasp that. They want to give away as much as possible for as little as possible, and you actually have the opposite effect on that. People actually stick around for less time. So by charging people for more higher value services, you increase your retention and you increase your average client value. They're around longer and they're getting the results that they want. And now you build that brand loyalty by providing other services for them. So this is kind of what your client journey looks like. The key in all of these pieces is you need to identify in each of these is consistency in all of them. You always need to have a brand awareness message every single day. When you need to have regular events, regular opportunities for people to come in, regular path for people to refer their friends at work and things like that. So it's important to remember that in this journey, it's not, all right, hey, here's a coupon for your first free class. People don't join based off of that. It needs to be, all right, here's a coupon, here's a follow-up email campaign, here's an invitation to an event, here's an invitation into this private Facebook group. Hey, I came to your company and I spoke. It's all of these different things combined is what gets people to this point. So, customer journey, as far as what does this look like, this is what we're looking like with the hourglass method.